happening, YouTube? It's your boy Ryan. I have a tournament coming up right now today, and it starts at 10. So, heading to Kalamazoo, Michigan. Tournament. It's a bear dog tournament ran by Barry Price. Kalamazoo's very own Barry Price. He's well known. I love going to his tournaments. The vibe is always different. And it's not always about, if you're doing well or, versus you doing well, or if you're bowling bad, you still can have a good time, rather the results. But yeah, that's where I'm headed to today. Just wanted to chat for a bit. Just, we don't have to always talk about bowling. We can talk about other things. I know that I'm still very new on here. This is my third month being on YouTube, so just really getting my feet wet and getting used to just putting my brand out there. And I'm not not really a big type of person. I'm nobody like that. I'm just someone that's trying to do something different. Like I said, sometimes you have to try the uncomfortable things in life, things that you've never imagined that you would do. And I never thought that I would imagine myself to have a YouTube channel, doing what I love to do. I love to bowl, I love going to tournaments, and I love vibing with people. So that's what I'm about to get a shape.
Hi, what can I get started for you?
I'll go ahead and take a Detox Island Green.
Perfect. What else?
That should be it.
All right, you can go forward. I'll have your total at the window.
Okay. Yeah, just doing something different. It's really just out of your comfort zone. That's how you begin to grow as a person, and you just begin to look at life in a different perspective. And that's what I plan on doing. Just sometimes it's tough. It's really tough, when you're going out of your comfort zone. So you're so used to being complacent. How you doing, Holly? How are you doing? Good to see you. But I never want to be the type to be complacent.
It's gonna be $8.79 today.
Okay. Yeah. For those that just got on, I'm going to a bowling tournament. I'm doing good. I'm doing pretty good. Yeah. Got to get some breakfast in me so I can get prepared for this tournament. How's your day going so far?
21 cents a portion.
Thank you.
All down.
Oh man. Yep, gotta get my energy, get some energy in me, and get ready to head to this tournament. Gotta shoot some good scores. If you guys are on here, make sure you like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. But again, about being, wrapped up in complacent, or being complacent in life, it's really something that you have to push yourself to get out of that zone and just really, really lock in. I know for me, I'm still learning a lot.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome so much. Have a good day.
You too.
Thank you.
This is definitely new for me, so I plan on continuing with this YouTube channel. I plan on doing what I love to do. I know with the game of bowling, sometimes you can have, I feel like bowling is more of a mental strategy. And for those that really don't know about bowling like that, it's a different type of mental game, like versus basketball or football, and I would even say baseball. But bowling is definitely a game that, you know, you can have fun on all levels. You know, whether you're just a local bowler, a league bowler, you know, a local tournament, a regional tournament, which is the next step, and, you know, a bowler that's on tour. Me, I've never bowled a pro tournament. I'm 35, but there's no such thing as a number. You know, I've seen quite a few people that were older than me that have gotten into, you know, bowling and bowling on tour. You know, bowling, you can, you know, no matter what age, you can really push yourself. And, you know, I plan on getting in maybe a regional tournament in the near future, but I just gotta really work on my game, work on my craft, and just, you know, continue to push myself. I know a few people have told me, why don't you go pro bowling? You know, there's a lot more, especially if you don't really know about bowling like that. You know, people don't really understand. It's just not something that you just think of what you see. And just like a league bowler, you know, they shoot 200s, 250s, and 300s and think, oh, they need to go pro. They need to hurry up and get in there. Yeah, to a certain extent, but it's a lot more difficult than what people expect. So, yeah, I just want everybody to realize that is watching this, that you really have to, it takes time and preparation. So yeah, again, for those that's on this live that don't know me, I am from Battle Creek, Michigan. I've been bowling since I was a little kid, and I love it. I love the game. There was one time I've gotten away from the game of bowling, and I was only gone for a year. There's a lot of people that have been gone for multiple years. There's people been gone for 5-10 years, and even on all levels, like, people have really gotten burnt out from bowling. A lot of leagues, a lot of tournaments, on all levels. I've watched, you know, there's some professional bowlers that have talked about their mental battles, and it was really a grind for them. So, but, you know, they kind of gotten tired and mentally tired, and they just wanted to take a break. I feel like if you're bowling, and bowling season is usually from, like, for me, September to April. You know, once the warm weather hits in, it's, you know, oh, let's go golf, let's go hoop, you know, let's go do some other stuff. Yep. And I feel like you do need a short break. Like, if you're really in it for the long run, you really need that break. You know, you really need to, like, refresh your mind, refresh your body, and all that. And even in the game of bowling, Like, if you plan on going to the next level, and this is for anybody, if you plan on going to the next level, you really have to take short breaks. Because like I said, I feel like bowling is more mental than it is physical. So, and it is just something that, you know, over time, if you're new to bowling, then you'll get to see it firsthand that this is something that I really have to take a break. If you're on the grind for like 6-7 years straight, really no breaks, like, and I'm not talking about like no 1 or 2 week breaks. I'm talking about like maybe you need to take some months, and that's what usually bowlers do. They usually take those months off to try to, you know, recuperate mentally. You need to recuperate. if need be, it can turn into a love and hate, you know, a love and hate relationship with bowling. And, you know, you never want that. You would never want that. So, really, you know, take short breaks here and there. If you have families, this should be easy. For me, I have a wife and 3 kids, so I'm used to taking breaks. You know, but you just need those breaks to really recuperate and just, you know, come back next year or come back the next month and be prepared, you know, to shoot some high scores, to get in a lot more tournaments, get your name out there. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to do something new. So far, it's been a pretty good grind for me for about 3 months. Streaming, I've been to, I want to say 5 or 6 different bowling alleys streaming. I love doing this. Me going to Airways right now, yeah, this will be number 6. I'm not, for those that know me, I'm not a one-house bowler. I've never been a one-house. Like I said, and that goes to, you know, if you're a bowler, you need to bowl in different houses because you get so used to certain lanes, certain conditions. Just being too complacent, you know, if you go to a tournament, you know, you're bowling one house constantly, and you go to a tournament and then, you know, you're not ready for those different type of conditions, you know, it can really affect you, and it can make you, it can put you in a place to where it's like, oh, I'm only gonna bowl here, I'm only gonna bowl at this house, I'm gonna bowl at that house. And it's like, if you are a bowler, you know, and I know some people don't have the same mentality as others, and that's okay. That's totally fine, as long as you're having fun. The most important part is to have fun, of course. But if you have that mentality, you want to do something, you know, you want good results, you know, then being complacent in one house is not going to help grow your game. So I advise bowlers that, you know, are really getting into bowling, like really getting into it tough, go to different houses, bowl on different sport shots, bowl on different house shots, because, you know, some alleys, they don't have the exact same sport shots, and this will, you know, lead me into like maybe doing an instructional video on different shots and a different line that you have to play sometimes. You know, there are sweet spots that you throw your ball and, you know, you're bound to strike. But some people don't understand that there's really different aspects to the game of bowling. So, yeah, I got about maybe 20 more minutes, and I'm about to head up here. I'll go live later on. So, yeah, just wanted to chat for a bit, and hope everyone's doing good. So, all right. So I'll be going live at 10 o'clock. So for those that's on here, hope you guys support my channel, support me, and I'm continuing with this grind. I'm going to continue. I'm not going to fold. By the grace of God, God gave me the vision to really do a channel, and that's what I want to do. I know that there's not really a lot of people. I think I might be the only one that does a channel in bowling, to be honest. I know some people, they do different platforms, TikTok, Facebook Live, obviously, but I want to say that I'm the first to, in Battle Creek to do it from a bowling aspect. So, but yeah, I hope you guys tune in. Like I said, I'll be live around 10-ish. So hopefully you guys come support my channel. I'll be live, so you guys hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll see you guys later on. All right, y'all have a good one.